Hi everyone, welcome to HDpiano. This is Joe. Today, a new piece of music, It Might Be Time by Tame Impala. This is great fun to play on piano, and it's the intro and first verse and second verse in this video. Here we go. 3, 4. And that's our next video where my left hand stopped playing. And that's our chorus 1 and chorus 2 and a bit more. Okay, so there's an awful lot of chordal work going on here in our right hand. In fact, this is a fantastic exercise in chords, this piece of music. This is middle C, playing in the key of A. Although the key signature is sort of irrelevant because there's so much variety in the way the chords changing key. We start off with a wonderful intro where we're playing this lovely D13 sus4. So let's have a look at that. We've got the root note. There's our second note, our fourth, our 13th, and our 7th. So we don't have a third in there, which is why we've got the sus4, which is this one here. So we could call this a D13 sus, I suppose. And what we do for the right hand for the first 4 bars, we just play 8th notes of that. This is being played on a Wurlitzer in the track itself. So if you've got one of those, this will sound absolutely amazing. If, like me, you don't, play it on the piano for now. I've got a great Wurlitzer plugin, which I like to use. I've also got a Hammond organ, which I had a little whirl on earlier on, and it sounds awesome. But these lessons must be recorded on the piano. So here we are. Anyway, that's the right hand. It basically just does loads of these. 2, 4, 13, 7 Ds as 8th notes. Until we get to bar 4, imagine this is bar 4, we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 does nothing. And that's it. I'll explain that in more detail when I explain the left hand. The left hand, however, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Very straightforward, just playing D root 5 root, D, 2 and 3 and 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 2, 3. And then the 4th bar is cutting off on beat 3 and nothing on 4, like that. So both hands together. Just like that. Again. And when we approach bar 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Now, it would be great if you could just go like that and then sit back and relax and let the piece play itself, but of course you don't, because once we've done that beat 4, we've got to get here for all this business. Now, this is where this becomes, I suppose, more of a accessible lesson in chords, because yes, starting us off with this D13 sus was a bit of a tall order, to be honest. Let's just do something a bit simpler. How about D major 7 first inversion? And that's what this is here. We've got a D in the bass here. Let's forget about that for a second. And then our right hand, we've got 3rd, 5th, major 7th, and root in D. Do the fingering any way you like. I did think about sort of suggesting fingers, but there's only really 1 or 2 where it sort of makes a bit of sense to use certain fingers. Here, whatever you want. But this is not a root position. The 3rd note is at the bottom, therefore it's a first position shape in the right hand. And you do 12 of those. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. That's the first bar and a half. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Just like that. One more time with that. Now, I should say, those of you using the score, we've got a direction from this point onwards that says left hand 8VB throughout. What that means is you can play the left hand an octave lower than is written for the remainder of the track. So this, which is where it's written, is actually played here, which is where I was playing it. Like that. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So on beats 3 and 4 of bar 2 of our first verse, and this is also the same as the second verse, okay? We play C major 7, second inversion in our right hand. Not root position, not first position, but this time, second position. If you look at how the chords communicate, there's quite a lot of movement actually, but as this is a great exercise in chords, you'll probably become more familiar with that movement. And we do that for 2 beats. So this is 3 and 4 and. Okay, C major 7, second inversion. 3 and 4 and. Just like that. 3 and 4 and. Now to get to this chord, you've really got to be aware. You've sort of just gone from a desert of white notes with this chord to now going very far into the keys to get your thumb onto that F sharp. Okay? So to do that without making a mistake, which is what I just did, and again, you've really got to be conscious that your second finger needs to lift up. So if I did it in super slow motion, my second finger is already leapfrogging that G sharp there. And what we do, go from our so 3 and 4 and then to this chord. This is G major 7, third inversion, not root position, not first position, not second position, but third inversion. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We do a bar of that. Remember these chords, by the way, people, because they repeat a lot. So we're going to be able to skim through large chunks of this much faster in the remaining videos, of which there's not going to be many, because this one we're learning pretty much the bulk of the chords. Then after we've done that bar of G major 7 third inversion with G in the bass, all eighth notes of course, we go to F sharp minor 7 root position, which is definitely the chord that features the most in this piece of music. There's entire swathes of F sharp minor 7 root position coming up. So that's root position down here, all eighth notes, and root position up here, all notes, eighth notes. Do a bar of that. Then we go all the way down here to our lowest note in the entire piece with finger 5, and we're playing D major 7, not root position, this time first position. It's the same chord of D again, and actually going from there to there is dead straightforward because you just change the E to a D, everything else stays the same. And we do this for a bar of 2/4, 1 and 2 and. Pretty easy. If you're using a metronome like me, you might need to get that able to interpret the fact that you've got into 2/4 there, rather than beep away at you like you're still in 4/4. But that's all we do there. Bar of 2/4, D major 7 first inversion, and then C major 7 again, second inversion for a whole bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should add at this point a whole bar of 4. So we've gone from 2, 1, sorry, pardon me, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Again. Then, this is like the real odd one out. We suddenly go to E flat major 7 first inversion. So not root position, but first inversion. If you look at my fingering change from there to there, that's about the only one where I thought it would be decent to use fingers, because your 1, 2, 3, 5 goes nicely to 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Okay, if you use fifth, it's a bit too much for squash. That E flat major 7 first inversion, 1, 2, 3, 4, and like we have done in every single one of these bars so far, we just play the root note again underneath as eighth notes in the left hand. And that's it for that bar. Then we have another bar of 2/4 where we've got to be aware that we're enormously changing hand position from E flat major 7 first inversion to G major 7 third inversion again. So we've seen this chord before, and it's a bar of 2/4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I said 3. I should have said 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So after our 2/4 bar of G major 7, 2, another 4/4 bar of F sharp minor 7. Let's do that again. G major 7, 2, F sharp minor 7 for 4 beats. Again, G major 7, 2, F sharp minor 7 for 4. And then we do it all again. So, D major 7 for 1.5 bars. C major 7, getting up to G major 7 for a whole bar. F sharp minor 7 for a whole bar. 2/4 of D major 7. C major 7 for a whole bar of 4/4. E flat major 7 for a whole bar. G major 7, 2/4. And then this is the second time bar, so this is the end of verse 2. And what we do here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. To this, probably the oddest of the chords that we've had so far. And that is F sharp minor 9 added 13. So if we would like to delve into that one, there's our root note, there's our second, there's our third, that's our 13, and that's our minor 7. It's just voiced in a very strange way. I think if you put the 7 like down here, it would sound a bit clearer. Yeah. But up here, very bunched up. But I think it's more about the effect as opposed to the actual tonal sound. 2, 3, 4. And the way you move between that chord and that chord is dead straightforward, because all you're really doing is doing that to that. So your third finger is replaced by your fourth finger on D sharp, and your thumb moves up a tone. So you're going up a tone at the bottom and in the middle. And you do that for beats 4 and 4 and then you're on to the next video. So that is this. 2, 3, 4 and then the next video you play a D major 7 first inversion again. For those of you that have no idea what any of this business about inversions mean, I suggest you read up on it. It's a massive part of piano, but also this piece of music. I'd say it will help an awful lot if you know your chords and your inversions, which you should do anyway. You should go and do exercises and go through all of the different chord shapes. And then if you're a complete swot, you go through all of the different versions of chords. So you don't just do your triads, you do your minor 7s, your major 7s, your dominant 7s, your ninths, etc, 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 until you realise you're pretty good. That's what we do. This piece of music's amazing. I'm really enjoying it. But anyway, before I rattle on for too long, let's hear it again. Here we go. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where we'll leave it for this lesson. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you are on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Didn't ask you a question today, you may have noticed, but that's because we're going for a different approach here at HDpiano, without questions and with more piano time. So I hope you enjoyed the intense amounts of piano time and the less amounts of Joe's wiffle waffle. But if you are on YouTube, head on over eventually to hdpiano.com for the remaining parts. So you'll be able to learn this absolute beauty of a piece. And if you've got a Wurlitzer, enjoy it even more. See you in the next video, guys. Bye for now.